We're back on the People Chronicles, and Jeff, we're going to find out what it's like through a father's eyes to watch their daughter go through life without any hair. You have friends and family who completely understand what it is that's going on. And then you have the people that you don't know who are complete strangers. And I know from talking to Maddie, and I'll never forget it, that she kind of felt the same way, don't look at me so differently. I'm going to be okay. What's it like as a father to see how other people are looking at your daughter and not being Maddie, but you're her dad?
Yeah, it was difficult at the beginning because you really don't want your kids to be stared at in the way that people are staring at them. Your instincts are A, this person's staring at my child. B, this person thinks she has cancer. And C, she's on the other side of the room. So how do I get to tell that person that she doesn't have cancer, she has alopecia? And that always became a challenge, which is why we got little business cards and we gave them to the kids. So that way, if they got approached, they hand the business card and it explains it. So I decided early on that instead of getting angry, what I would do is once we got that stare and smile and that, oh, I'm so sorry, honey, that you have chemo. How's it going? Boom, it was a 5-minute commercial. So we were able to let them know that she doesn't have cancer and she has this incurable autoimmune disease that causes hair loss. But fortunately, it's not contagious. It doesn't hurt. No one's dying from it. So they go from thinking that this poor little child has cancer and is going to die to, oh my gosh, thank God it's only hair. And then they walk away. But what happens is that they don't take it as seriously as what it is, because even though it's just hair, I challenge anybody listening to this to take a razor and shave a 5-inch circle on the side of your head and then just go about your day. It's devastating. And as devastating as it is, there are a lot of kids that have thought about hurting themselves, attempted and have hurt themselves as a result of not feeling like they fit in. And it doesn't matter who you are. Every time I speak to a school, it's about being different a lot more than it is about alopecia. You could be tall, short, skinny, large, black, white. It doesn't matter. They feel different. And then when someone stares at them, it makes them feel more different. And if someone's going to speak to them and it's a foregone conclusion that they have cancer, and then you assure them that it's not cancer, now they really don't care because, all right, they're not sick, they're not hurt. I'm just going to walk away now because I feel embarrassed. So now you have the kid that's just standing there thinking, well, now I really don't matter. So the awareness part of this has always been the most important part, just to put a little bit of doubt in people's minds that when they see a kid, or even an adult, with no hair, with no eyelashes, eyebrows, that it might not be cancer. So don't be so fast to give him that little smile and nod of the head and that pity, like, ah. And I do it too sometimes, so I'm guilty. But the awareness that we're trying to do is to make sure that the kids know that they're strong and they're different. But fortunately, everyone's different, so we just try and get their difference to shine a little bit more and let them understand that everyone is different, and that's not a bad thing.
And all the awareness that you have out there, from fundraising to speaking to traveling all over the place, do you feel like where you're at right now is where you're exactly supposed to be? Or do you kind of think to yourself, I wish I could go back and make this a little bit different, or I wish I would have gone down this path and maybe done that a little bit differently?
I don't. I think right where I'm at is exactly where I'm supposed to be. That doesn't say that I'm content with this, because tomorrow I'm going to feel differently, and hopefully next week I'll feel differently. And as long as I keep feeling differently every day, I'm never going to be content. But wherever I'm at and whenever I'm breathing, that's the best place to be. So everything that happened in the past, I really don't look at it as a negative or a positive. It's just the way that I needed to get to where I'm at now. So the last 10 years, could we have been bigger in 3? Yeah. Could we have, made more money to help more kids? Could we have incorporated more initiatives to go into different areas of alopecia research or awareness or funding? Yeah, but it's always been about today. It's never been about what happens tomorrow, and I really don't care too much about yesterday, because the kids that need help, they need it today. They don't need it yesterday, and I really don't care what happens tomorrow, because we have no idea what's going to happen tomorrow. We just want to make sure that we put everything we can in place today so they can make things better tomorrow. And as long as we're doing that, I think we're always going to be where we're supposed to be, with the caveat that I always want to do more.
And you just seem like you're in a perfect place right now. And I can imagine that all of the extra time that you have, if you will, that's gone into CAP and what you're doing for fundraisers and awareness, that it's all right where it should be and it all lined up.
Yeah, I'm where I'm supposed to be, except I'm still working out of the house. And we realized that I can't work out of the house for many reasons. If there's a reality TV producer out there that would love to get a crazy new show, it would be the guy that's in the dining room all day and night, because that's pretty much where my office is, because I've outgrown the office upstairs. So right now we have half of our dining room is just filled with silent auction items, with my papers and all my stuff. I like to spread out. So one of the next things that we'll be doing shortly is looking for office space. And what we'd love to do is get a space that has a little area for an office and also an area where we can have CAP Kid meetings locally. And that way the kids can come in and enjoy themselves.
So what would you like to see, let's say 5 years from now, you're looking down that road, because what you're doing right now is making you content, it's making you happy, but just to look ahead, how you can make it bigger, or how people can be more aware of CAP. And just to give our listeners and viewers a general idea, how many people are involved all around the world with CAP?
We have over 25 support groups. We have a group that we just made an official nonprofit in Mexico. South America and Argentina is starting up. South Africa, Hong Kong, Spain.
So 5 years from now, what do you think is it's going to be like? Do you see more of Maddie being way more involved than she is now?
Yeah, I think she's going to be as involved as she wants to be. And I think it's really up to her, but I think it's up to the other kids with alopecia, because unfortunately, some of their hair will grow back and will never fall out again, and then some more hair would fall out and will never grow back. So it goes back and forth. So wherever the kid is at, wherever the parent is at, when they're there, they can be as involved as they want. And I think as long as we get the awareness out there, and as long as we're doing what we're supposed to do, and the purpose is true, we will automatically find more kids. And the more kids that we find, the more awareness, the more funding will come in, because we very rarely are banging people over the head for funding. We do a few fundraisers, but really we want the awareness of it, and we want to be able to advocate for the kids. So I think in 5 years, we just want to do more of it. I would like to get an office and have a staff so I can actually still be busy, but be able to make sure that this person's doing this and that person's doing that, so I don't have to wash all the dishes.
So come around full circle.
Yes.
You're doing what makes you happy. You are where you want to be. And for 10 years, like you said, you dabbled in different things and you tried. And, A+ for effort, Jeff, on your part, and for all that you do for these kids as being the voice for them and educating the public as well. So a website for more information that people can go to for upcoming fundraisers and events.
Yeah, you can always check out children'salopeciaproject.org. We're very active on Facebook, and that's just facebook.com/Children's Alopecia Project, or on Twitter at @cap__. What's that thing called? cap
Underscore, you're right.
alopecia.
Hashtag.
Hashtag.
Get that in there. All right, Jeff, we really appreciate your time and for telling your story today on the People Chronicles.
You're welcome. Thank you.